Hi, hello, namaskar dosto and welcome friends to another episode of OSNS Series. OSNS, where opportunity shows and noise sells in this market. Friends, as you know, in this series we endeavor to debunk the misleading market myths that are hiding in plain sight, yet revealing a distinction that most influencers, traders or mentors have never been able to explicitly articulate. All right, the pick that I have come with today is the oldest belief or disbelief in this trading market. Market will always come to fill the gaps. Yes, how many of us have heard that? Well, this belief has costed many traders, novices with experienced, much more money than almost any other myth in the market. Let's get this right into our heads. Say a trader A sees Nifty gap up at 150 points, 2 week range, 2x of regular volume. He waits. At the next prominent swing low, he shorts the market. Why? The brain is wired. Market gap bharne zarur aayega. Guess what? He exits the market at the day high down 20,000. A trader B sees the same gap, checks two things. Whether this gap happened on the chart inside the range, is it a start of a new move, middle end, and what was the volume kind of doing with that? He assigns a rationale to it, doesn't fights the market with his own prejudices, and guess what? Land up riding a new wave of a new trend up by 10,000 points. What I'm trying to tell you, my friends, is that a gap isn't just any gap. In fact, you'll be surprised to know there are actually four varieties of it. Yeah, ever heard of it? Let me explain this. First is what we call as a common gap. It's typically a small one, low volume, happens inside a sideways range, no real story behind it. And yes, this gap gets filled almost every single time and pretty fast. That's what we all look for, while we know that or not. Second is what we call as an exhaustion gap. Now that's big. It's created at the end of a long extended move. Volume is extreme, 4x, 5x of the normal. Looks powerful, right? And feels like the trend is accelerating. But under the hood, it's the final round of panic buyers or sellers piling in before the move dies. Now, this one gets filled too, often within days and sometime hours, right? Understand the psychology behind it, my friends. The number three is a breakaway gap. The price breaks out of a consolidation or a base, volume strong, 2, 3x, 4x. Now, this gap marks the start of a new trend. It becomes a new flow. It becomes the new support. Now, this gap never gets filled, my friends, even for years together. Open the chart of Nifty and you will get to know. Now, waiting for this gap to fill is nothing short of a fatal and a disaster for any trader. And finally, is a runaway gap. Now, this typically appears mid-trend. The trend is already running. The gap simply confirms that it is not done yet fully. And this gap also doesn't get filled anytime soon because the momentum behind is still real and going on, right? So, if you see, same gap, same price, same market, opposite outcomes. Because almost every trader is taught by the masters that gap to bharne aayega hi aayega. So next time, my friends, when you see Nifty gap up, gap down, don't ask will this fill or not. Ask two questions. Where on the charts are the prices running? And where is this gap forming? At which part of the price patterns? And what is the volume backing it up like? Let me know your comments and I shall be happy to take on your responses. Take care.